Hello, my name is Koen de Jong. I'm the founder of visionplatform.ai. Today I want to walk you through a demo of our platform. We differentiate three types of use cases for computer vision or video analytics: security, safety, and operations. So let's assume you're a gas station owner, you have 20 or 25 gas stations, and you want to understand how many people enter your shop, but you also want to get alerts if there is a robbery. It's a typical security versus operational use case that we encounter on a daily basis. People want to turn their cameras really into sensors. So what you can do in our platform is you can make different applications. So it really doesn't matter in what section of your company you're using it. You can really specify exactly what app does what. I made an application, People CCTV and Gun, and within our platform you can make different iterations of a model. I'll explain later why this is needed. When you create a new version, you can choose between object detection and other AI techniques. We currently offer object detection, and then we get into the screen of choosing pre-trained algorithms. Visionplatform.ai offers different pre-trained models. You can take that directly into deployment. So if you don't need to retrain or improve or enhance or build something from scratch in our platform, you can take the VP Essential license and you can just press deploy. So we have fire and smoke, people detection, PPE, vehicle with license plate recognition. And remember, in our use case, we want to detect people, but we also want to do robbery detection. So what you can do in our platform is you can select the people detection algorithm and retrain. Starting from scratch is not possible here because we want to use the people detection. It's already there, so why bother? When I select the people detection algorithm, I get into the data set. So when you have a VMS, you have tons of interesting information in your recording server. So you can export MP4s from your recording server, or you can collect data in different ways and you can create a data set. You see here, I already created a data set for this application where I kept the glass person and I added gun and weapon. In this particular case, I select this data set and I get into the label screen. I already labeled some data, but once you've uploaded your images or videos, you can say, okay, this is a person, and this is a gun. And this way you're going to teach the algorithm later in training that this is a person, even though it doesn't really have a lot of human features anymore, because everything is covered, and this is a gun. And in this way you can enhance a pre-trained algorithm from Vision Platform with your own classes and make it a tool specifically for you. Once I saved this image, we're going to train the algorithm. And we're going to say, okay, I have 42 labeled images. It really depends on the diversity of your background and situation on how much data you need. We have customers that manage with 30 videos of 5 seconds. The average is about 100 videos of 5 to 10 seconds. We press train model. You can put some settings here. It's not needed. It's all standard pre-configured. We press train model and we're going to train. Couple of minutes later, you get a notification in your email and you can test the model. This is also the reason why we have V1 till V6. Every time you add a bit of data, you create a new version of your model. So if you see the performance is not that great, or it missed something, or it made a false detection, you add that data to your data set, you create a new version. And in this way, you can control it completely yourself and in an iterative way create the algorithm you want for your application. Once you're done with training and you're happy, we trained V4 before, you go to deployments. And within our deployment screen, you can choose between these different models. So if you have a running deployment, let's say V3, and you trained V4, you can easily just switch, go through the last step and deploy that algorithm. We offer a variety of hardware connections. So the NVIDIA Jetson, we have the NX for 8 cameras, the AGX for 15 cameras, and everything above we go to server processing. We have a tower computer, but also just a normal server rack. we use MQTT to communicate with our edge devices, so you can do mass deployments. So remember the 20 gas stations, you can have a Jetson on each location that does the processing locally on that computer, and do a mass deployment like this. You can also update the edge client license through the device settings, and in this particular case this one is up to date already. You can also troubleshoot it remotely. So let's deploy one on our Office Jetson. Importing camera streams is very easy. You can add an RTSP URL from the camera, or if you have the Milestone AI bridge installed, you can enter the link here and it will import all cameras completely automatic. It will also get the Milestone logo, so you can differentiate between own added cameras and Milestone related cameras. Let me select this camera and then say in the business logic what I want to do to fulfill our use case. So remember, we wanted to understand how many people came through the door. So we just add person. We don't want videos of that. We just want to collect JSON files. That's the output structure. And we want to do analytics on that in a different way. But then for my region of interest, I want to detect persons with or without, depending on your use case, but in our case with a gun and a weapon. You can also decide to have alerts on enter, which means that you can enter a dwell time. This is very easy for faulty parking, for suspicious behavior at, let's say, an emergency exit. You only want to have an alert when someone is there for a longer period of time, because just a car parking there or dropping someone off, you don't want to get an alert on. So you want to get an alert only if there's a car in my region of interest for 30 seconds. In this particular use case, I wouldn't suggest a person with a gun only entering after, or only alerting after 30 seconds. And you can also have an alert on exit, which means that you get an alert when a person enters the ROI, but you can also get an alert when the person leaves the ROI, so that you have really the beginning and the end as an alert. You can add objects, so you can do and or. Or I see a person, let's say if I don't do this, but without a weapon. It's not completely logical in this application, but you get the idea that with and without, and or and you can make almost any business logic that you need for your application. I want to include a label video, I want to get an email alert, and then I've set up my business logic. That's how easy it is. Then we offer different type of integrations. By default, it's uploading videos to Vision Platform. Vision Platform runs in the cloud. The deployment and the applications really run on your local PC. So you're basically only configuring your software pipeline here. So if you want something completely on-prem without internet connection, turn this off. If you want to use our event browser, you can keep this on. But in case you have a Milestone server and a Milestone VMS, then you can keep this off, enter the AI bridge, and only the software is shipped once from the cloud to the edge device or to the server, and then you can run it without any internet. In our particular case, I don't have a Milestone right now set up. We have a custom API endpoint, which is a REST push API, and we are gonna release MQTT metadata streaming next month, around April 2025. So you can set up a broker within Milestone and create beautiful dashboarding, real-time visualizations of your mostly operational use cases. You can set confidence thresholds, person, gun, and weapon. You can play around with that depending on how strong your algorithm is. You can set different alerts. So we can say that we only want to get an email of an alert to this part, to this email address, and we can add a schedule so you only get alerts outside office hours, for example. We have the video duration between 10 and 60 seconds, and we can blur objects for GDPR, face, and license plate. So this is how easy it is. We have V4 weapons, we have our Office Jetson, we have our camera streams, our business logic, and our integration. If I press deploy model, it's going to ship everything to the Jetson, and it's going to run completely locally. Once you have set it up, I'll go to a different application, the boat application. You can go to the events space, and there you see all alerts. You can filter on date, device, detection, region of interest or line crossing. You can see the confidence. And what I typically do, I see, okay, this has a 50.53 confidence setting, so let's watch the video. This is the original recording, but I want to see the labeled one. And there I see that this is a particular special ship. And let's watch how the AI did. You see that it blinks a bit. That's why it did make the detection here. But yeah, it's missing the small tugboat. So what I do, I download the original video, I upload it back to my dataset, I label it again, and I retrain the next version, and it will start to learn to detect also the small tugboat, and it will be emphasized on this ship that it already did quite correctly. And in this way, we brought computer vision and AI video analytics directly towards you. You can do it now completely yourself. This is a small demo, but you can imagine that within half an hour, within an hour, you can train and customize your own algorithm or models completely within our platform. If you're interested, please contact one of our system integrators, our local reseller, or Vision Platform directly, and we'll be more than happy to help you turn any camera into a smart AI camera. Thank you so much.